Did a shortage of staff contribute to the Washington plane crash? Yes, preliminary reports indicate that staffing shortages may have contributed to the recent plane crash near Washington, D.C. On January 29, 2025, an American Airlines passenger jet collided mid-air with a U.S. Army Black Hawk helicopter over the Potomac River, resulting in the deaths of all 67 individuals on board both aircraft. An internal Federal Aviation Administration (FAA) report revealed that at the time of the collision, a single air traffic controller was managing responsibilities typically handled by two individuals. This included overseeing both helicopter operations and guiding planes on runways at Ronald Reagan Washington National Airport. Such dual responsibilities are usually divided between two controllers to ensure safety. The consolidation of duties occurred before the standard time of 9:30 p.m., allowing one controller to leave early. This staffing issue is part of a broader, long-standing shortage of air traffic controllers at the airport. As of September 2023, the facility had only 19 fully certified controllers, significantly below the required 30. This deficit has led to controllers working extended hours and managing increased workloads, raising concerns about overwork and burnout. While these preliminary findings suggest that staffing shortages and the resulting overextension of air traffic controllers may have played a role in the crash, the National Transportation Safety Board (NTSB) is conducting a comprehensive investigation to determine the exact causes. Final conclusions will be drawn upon the completion of this investigation. Could Donald Trump immigration policy and sending home migrant workers contributed to the shortage of staff and the Washington plane crash? It has been speculated that Donald Trump's strict immigration policies, specifically his initiative to send migrant workers back to their home countries, may have inadvertently contributed to the shortage of staff at Washington plane crash sites. With fewer migrant workers available to fill essential positions in industries such as aviation maintenance and airport operations, critical roles may have been left unfilled, potentially leading to lapses in safety procedures and protocols. This staffing shortage, combined with increased pressure on existing personnel, could have played a role in the tragic crash of a small plane in Washington state. As investigations continue, experts are considering the potential impact of immigration policies on workforce availability and the overall safety of the aviation industry. The recent mid-air collision near Washington, D.C. has intensified discussions about air traffic controller staffing shortages and their potential causes. While some commentators have speculated that former President Donald Trump's immigration policies, particularly those leading to the deportation of migrant workers, might have exacerbated these shortages, there is no direct evidence linking these policies to the staffing levels in air traffic control. It's important to note that air traffic controllers in the United States are required to be U.S. citizens and must meet stringent qualifications, including passing medical examinations, security clearances, and comprehensive training programs. Therefore, the deportation of migrant workers would not directly impact the pool of eligible candidates for these positions. However, broader administrative actions during Trump's tenure, such as federal hiring freezes, have been criticized for potentially hindering the recruitment of essential personnel, including air traffic controllers. In 2017, a federal hiring freeze was implemented, which some argue may have contributed to existing staffing challenges within the Federal Aviation Administration (FAA). As of September 2023, reports indicated that many air traffic control facilities across the country were understaffed, leading to controllers working extended hours and managing increased workloads. The control tower at Ronald Reagan Washington National Airport, for instance, had 19 fully certified controllers, below the target of 30. While these staffing shortages are a concern, attributing them directly to immigration policies lacks substantiated evidence. The causes of such shortages are multifaceted, involving budgetary constraints, training program capacities, and administrative decisions over multiple administrations. The National Transportation Safety Board, NTSB, is conducting a thorough investigation into the recent crash to determine its causes. Until the investigation is complete, it is premature to assign blame to specific policies or factors. Did Donald Trump blame diversity workers for the Washington plane crash? In response to the tragic plane crash in Washington, President Donald Trump came under fire for allegedly blaming diversity workers for the incident. His comments, if true, would be alarming and show a lack of understanding and sensitivity towards the importance of diversity and inclusion in the workplace. This kind of rhetoric could have a negative impact on the policy of diversification in the USA. By shifting blame onto diverse workers, it undermines the progress that has been made in promoting diversity and equality in the workforce. It sends a dangerous message that diversity is a liability rather than a strength, which could lead to a decrease in opportunities for marginalized communities and a reversal of the progress towards creating a more inclusive society. It is essential for leaders to prioritize diversity and inclusion in order to build a more equitable and prosperous nation for all. Yes, President Donald Trump has attributed the recent plane crash near Washington, D.C. to diversity, equity, and inclusion (DEI) initiatives within the Federal Aviation Administration, FAA. He suggested that these policies, implemented during previous administrations, led to the hiring of unqualified personnel, potentially compromising aviation safety. However, he did not provide specific evidence linking DEI efforts to the incident. Critics have challenged President Trump's assertions, noting that the investigation into the crash is ongoing and that attributing blame prematurely is inappropriate. Former Transportation Secretary Pete Buttigieg defended the safety record under his leadership and accused Trump of inaction. It's important to note that the National Transportation Safety Board, NTSB, is still investigating the cause of the crash, and no official conclusions have been released. Experts caution against drawing conclusions without proper evidence, emphasizing the need for a thorough investigation before assigning blame.